commemorating our insurance week as an insurance fraternity. The week started running from the 12th of October and will go all the way up to Friday, 16th of October 2020. So in this week, it's a week that we set aside specifically to highlight the importance of insurance and also just to showcase the available insurance products in the Zambian market. Because one of the things that came out in the studies that were done was that people are not taking out insurance because they don't know the importance of insurance, and in some cases they don't know how insurance works. So the Insurance Week helps us to get in touch with the public, helps us to showcase the available products, and we have been commemorating this week for the last 8 years.
Greetings from the Presson Foundation and happy Insurance Week to every one of you who is watching this video. Insurance Week features prominently on the insurance calendar in Zambia, and as a foundation we are so delighted even to collaborate with the Insurers Association of Zambia to bring to you this video. This year's Insurance Week is held under the theme Creating a Confident Future with Insurance. We've brought together men and women across stratum to share their different views in line with this theme, and we asked a couple of questions, and we have some very interesting and solid feedback which we are going to be sharing in this video. So the first question that we're asking these prominent men and women is, number one is, how do they understand insurance from the different perspectives? And take a listen.
In simple terms, I would say insurance is a financial risk management tool that helps us to deal with the unexpected. So insurance helps us to manage unforeseen risks. So in life, there are certain risks that we face. However, we're not sure whether they will happen or not. So what we then do is take up an insurance policy, and what you're doing is that you'll be paying a premium. So this is a small amount, and the insurer in exchange will make an undertaking that should something happen, they will be able to replace whatever you would have lost arising from the unforeseen circumstance or event.
We have a history in this country that we had a government-controlled economy and with one insurance player. But with liberalization of the market, with many players in the industry, huge investments taking place in mining, in agriculture, in commerce, in transport, almost every sector, the risks have increased. And hence the coming in of insurance and playing a critical role. There can never be strong investment in Zambia. There can never be guaranteed future for investment in Zambia without a strong role of insurance.
The role of insurance from my perspective is, how do I pass on the risk from myself to the insurance company in the event that a calamity occurs? So if you have a car accident, for example, it's your car, but how do you share that risk? Of course you share the risk of, you have to be responsible, but how do you ensure that the insurance company, supports you in the unforeseen, unfortunate event that you have an accident? That's how I understand insurance, and definitely your theme for this year of creating a confident future with insurance is very timely, because it's, you are confident that even if you're driving the car, you are sharing the risk with the insurance company.
We are living in a risky world where there are eventualities, and anytime anything can happen. It could be loss of property, it could be death, it could be or maybe anything, or it could be even calamity. And for me, the way I understand insurance is, I think that gap, that's where now insurance comes in, because at times some of these eventualities may occur at a time when you may not expect, and then you don't have resources for you to cover such, and as such insurance would come in.
Insurance, this is simply the protection against all type of risks, either an accident or any other risk, robbery or anything.
All right, there you have it. So we brought in another dimension to our interaction, and this dimension is about sharing personal experiences about insurance. Let's listen to this.
My life was changed when I had an encounter with the insurance company. When I was very young, my first accident, I had my first car when I was a student at the University of Zambia, a cherished car. This white man, Mr. Taylor, sold me his car and I didn't pay him in full. And he said, you work for me, going around my restaurant, checking on them with my accountant. And after 6 months, the car becomes yours fully. Then I was parked at Barclays Club and I parked just behind and there was a truck, a delivery truck in front. From nowhere, before I could even come out of the car, it just started reversing. I hooted and hooted, it just came straight in my bonnet. Bonnet opened and smashed the window screen. And that was the first accident I had. But the good news, I didn't even know what insurance was then. The good news is that the truck that hit me belonged, I think, to Coca-Cola Zambia or Zambia Breweries. Their insurance then paid me money to fix my car as a third party. And for the first time, I got a big check. And from there on, I fixed my car and I moved on, and life has never been the same. So that was my first encounter. So I can testify that insurance is the best to go because you protect yourself, comprehensive, but also even the others. If you happen to hit them, insurance pays them. So it's a way of caring for others, so to speak.
So, you know, I've had a great experience with insurance company, and it was with a phone, my son's mobile phone. So we so happened to buy him, an iPhone, one of these iPhone 5 or whatever at the time. It was really like top of the range. It was for his birthday, so we said, okay, fine, we're gonna buy you this phone. But I was really worried that what if something happens? So my insurer advised me that, do you know that you can actually insure a phone, a mobile phone? And we did the maths. It was actually a very small amount. So we went ahead and insured the phone. And as fate would have it, my son, he broke his phone. That's a story for another day. But when he broke his phone, we went to the insurer and said, my son, his phone is actually broken. Okay, and it was in an event or whatever happened, but the phone broke. And they were able to give us exactly the amount that he was able to buy even a better phone.
All right, so given the brilliant theme of this year's Insurance Week, creating a confident future with insurance, how do these prominent men and women interpret this theme? And this is what they had to say.
Insurance, more than ever, is showing us that we need to manage our risks. At the beginning of the year, even last year, we didn't know that we'd find ourselves in the situation that we are in of the COVID pandemic. And we've seen that most people have lost their jobs, they've lost their livelihood. Even people who do businesses, they are unable to travel due to insurance. And what this brings to the fore is the importance of planning for the future. And when we talk about events, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. Zambians
have never understood, the role of insurance, the importance of insurance, just generally, and what it does. And a lot of people think to say, when you are remitting those premiums, it's money which is just going in drain, we are so much used to, dealing with problems as and when those problems do what come.
So what we're now beginning to see is that as we plan financially, we also need to plan for insurance. Because if something happens to your business and you do not have an insurance policy, you go back to zero.
What insurance does is to help a person get back to the same financial position they were in before they suffered the loss. And we find that a lot of people only take out the mandatory insurances, the most common being the motor insurance. With insurance, what we are saying is that you don't just look at one component. There's so many things that you can insure. You can insure your personal effects. If I just give you an example, if maybe your kids are playing in the house, for those people that have children, and someone hits a ball and it hits your plasma screen, that will set you back maybe 5,000-10,000 kwacha. But if there was insurance, on that asset, the insurance company will be able to replace. You don't have to dig into your pocket to replace that particular component.
And also it gives me the confidence to know that I can move around without worrying. You know, it's not also an excuse to, you know, overuse or misuse our possessions, but it just gives me the confidence to say whenever anything goes wrong, I will always be compensated.
So when you say creating your future, this year's theme, for me it's just to trust your assets with the insurer, knowing that when stuff happens, the insurer will come your way.
Insurance is not for the big corporates, it's not for the multinationals. It's for everybody, it's for the SMEs, it's for individuals, and it's for households. And all these need a lot of awareness. And that's why I congratulate the Presson Foundation and the Insurers Association of Zambia for investing in the awareness initiative.
The Presson Foundation Zambia has been a very brilliant stakeholder in so far as consumer education regarding insurance is concerned. They've remained consistent in terms of sensitizing the public on the importance of insurance, explaining to the public how insurance works. So for us, we'd just like to urge them to continue with their good works regarding consumer education in insurance. We know for a fact that most Zambians are not aware about the importance of insurance. They don't know how insurance works. And we know that for us to increase insurance uptake in Zambia, we will need to help the Zambians understand what insurance is. We will need to help the Zambians understand what the benefits of insurance is, and also help the Zambians understand the various products that we have on the insurance market. Most people think that we only have motor insurance. Even when we have motor insurance, they do not know that there are different categories of motor insurance. So we need more stakeholders to come on board and just explain the insurance message to the public.
One of the misconceptions that are there is that insurance companies don't want to pay claims. And what we can tell the public is that as an insurance sector, we basically exist to pay claims. And to prove that point, last year in 2019, the insurance industry paid out a total of 1.1 billion kwacha in claims. So the myth or the misconception that insurance companies do not pay claims is just that. A number of people have been able to benefit from the insurance service. We help businesses get back on track when they face calamities. I'm sure you are aware that there were huge payouts to farmers under the Weather Index Insurance Program that is currently there, that is currently running. So the insurance industry does pay out claims, and that's why we encourage the public that every time they check out a policy, they need to make sure that they understand what they're signing up for, and insurance companies will be able to honor those claims as long as they are valid and all the necessary documents have been submitted to the insurance company.
There you have it, and I believe you have picked one or two things. I think given the low penetration levels of insurance in Zambia, it requires concerted efforts in order to raise awareness so that more and more people can be able to access insurance. And my personal belief is that insurance should be viewed from the context of financial planning as one of the options that people should seriously consider as they do financial planning. So as we look into the future, it's very important that we consider or we take up insurance for the risks, many risks that we may face. So from the Presson Foundation, I want to say that thank you so much for watching, and we're grateful to the Insurers Association of Zambia for this collaboration. And remember, you can like our Facebook page, that is Presson Foundation. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on LinkedIn. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Creating a confident future with insurance. Yeah!